AKA Man of the People. Why? Because I'm here for you all. Anytime you have a question concerning this Carolina Panthers team, whatever it may be, let me know. I will do my best to get those questions answered for you. As promised, I was in the locker room today, had a chance to talk with several players and get some updates for you. So we're going to cover that. And by the way, a little footnote, because I'm just like a stickler for details and how this show looks. The lighting isn't what I want it to be, and some things look a little like a weird lighting effect. I forgot a lot of the equipment today, from transferring the equipment from being in Washington to my local equipment. And so shouts out to VJ, who's holding many things right now to make this look as it does right now. So nevertheless, let's go ahead and get you into the show, give you a few updates here. So we're going to start with the injury report and go through that for you, because that list is still a long one. Let me make sure I got the right one up. I know, as soon as I said it, I realized that I didn't get it loaded. So let me load up the injury report. We'll start there first. And yeah, we got some updates for you on Wonnum. What did I do with this injury report? Gosh darn it to heck, I think I did it again. I put the injury report in a different folder. So give me a second. Let me see if I can remember where I probably put that at, because I put it in the wrong folder. Let's see. One second. A little hard to show you the injury report. If I can't find it here in a second, I'm just going to have to read it and will not be able to show you visually on the screen. My bad, my bad. Oh, no, I think, all right, let's see. I think I got it. I just don't know how to get to it. Let's see, here. Live TV at its best. Let's see. All right, let's see. This one here. Is it going to come on the screen? Is it going to come on the screen? All right, the computer is doing something a little funky now. All right, so I'm just going to take this as a my bad and will not delay the broadcast any further. And I'm just going to manually read to you the injury report for today. Unfortunately, I won't have the screen to show you, but I'll read it nice and slowly to go over it for you. All right, injury report for today. Andy Dalton did not practice for the second day in a row, dealing with his right thumb. They don't yet know what's going to happen with that backup quarterback situation. Will we have Jake out there? Will we or won't we? Nevertheless, Brad spoke about all these guys, whether you're number one through wherever you are at on the depth chart. They always make a point to get them reps, because they realize you're in the NFL. At any point, one guy could go down, two guys could go down, and you're the next man up. So the only way that you can embrace that next man up mentality and truly be prepared is that you still are doing things to prepare guys, whether at the top of the roster or at the bottom of the roster. So the Carolina Panthers are already doing that at that quarterback position. Dane Jackson, who had a hamstring injury, he was also did not practice for a second day in a row. Deontay Johnson, who I called him Dante, but I had to correct it right away. Like, listen, bro, I'm not going to do you like that, man. I know I said Dante. Deontay Johnson did not practice today. He feels like he's still going to be good for the game to go this Sunday in Denver, and that should not affect his status. Words from his mouth. A'Shawn Robinson, he is dealing with a knee. He went from a did not practice to a limited in practice today. Nick Scott, dealing with a hamstring, did not practice. So these first 2, 4, about 6 guys, they're the more severe injuries in that they have not practiced. Next up, all these guys: Jonathan Brooks, Clot and Sherrillis, Jordan Fuller, Josie Jewell, Taylor Moton, who he's going to have a nice meal tonight. Josh Neisman, they were all limited in practice, dealing with their injuries. And then we had John Radigan, who had been dealing with a knee injury. He was a full participant in practice, but again, going back to these limited in practice, and most of these guys have been guys that are coming off injury, so their status has to be provided, and they have good statuses. So Adam Thielen, limited in practice today. Tommy Trumbull, limited in practice. We did have DJ Wonnum that did not practice after practicing yesterday. And as you saw by the title, I do have some information from him, which I'm going to play shortly, about the struggles that he's been going to. I know for us fans, you fans, it's been like, where is this guy? Where is this guy? Today he spoke with the media and shared a little bit about his journey and getting back onto the field. So make sure you listen to that because that is extremely important and some good information that he shared there. And Sam Franklin didn't practice yesterday due to an injury and rest. He was back to being a full participant in practice today. Jamie Robinson took a step back. Jamie Robinson took a step back. He's dealing with a knee injury. He was limited in practice yesterday. He was then downgraded technically to a did not practice today. Now, tomorrow will be the final injury report for the week, where we'll have game statuses for these guys and what those may look like. We also had kicker Eddie Pinheiro, who missed practice today due to a non-injury related personal matter. So that is your injury report. I'll just again run through it, just point out the did not practices for today. Quarterback Andy Dalton, cornerback Dane Jackson, wide receiver Deontay Johnson, safety Nick Scott, and then DJ Wonnum, as well as Jamie Robinson. And Eddie Pinheiro was a DNP, but it was due to personal reasons. All right, so that gets you through the injury report, which, man, one day that list is going to start getting shorter, but right now it's still pretty long. Let me give some shout-outs to some people that are on the broadcast because we got to give shout-outs. Independent media supported and made 100% by you all. What's up, Roadmaster? Arrow Woods Hobby Shop on eBay. Get your marketing out there. I'm not mad at you. Get your hypeness out there. Roadmaster and hard work, my brother. What's going on, Antonio McClanahan? Good to see you. Always has good words. Always Antonio has the best words. So like, subscribe, share the stream. Yes, please get in the habit of doing it. It costs you nothing. Means so much to the channel. Help us continue to grow. Help us have access to players and coaches. The bigger we grow, the more guys understandably like to come on the show when they know that there's voices, their voice will be heard. We got a member in here, Ali Bodrick. What's going on? Appreciate you tuning in. Somebody looks like they got some score predictions. I don't like that. I don't like that. So we're going to get through a little bit more of talking with coaches and players today, and then as we have time, we'll go ahead and answer some of the questions from you all. I got all kinds of things going on with this computer today where things aren't showing up right. Let me try to do that. Yeah. We'll have to reboot the computer after this live show, but we're going to make it through it. Perseverance. Yes, man of the people, I'm here working for y'all. Man, it's just what? Time is flying. It's Thursday. Man, this is the first time this season where we're going to have back-to-back travel games, and I'm feeling it. I almost feel like we're in the NBA, even though we're not. I could not imagine covering an NBA team where you have to travel to all these different cities like 3-4 nights a week. My goodness. But it's Thursday, so Friday, Saturday, 3 days we'll be in Denver. 2 days I'll be in Denver. Nevertheless, let's go ahead and talk about some of these things that our coaches talked about today. First up, we're going to have our guy Ivero, and my computer still is making this a little tough for me today, but I'm not going to let it. It ain't going to win this battle. I'm going to win the battle today. I'm going to make it through the show. I'm going to try to. Oh, man. All right, let's do this a different way. We may have to just start this broadcast over. I'm going to try to not have to start it over. Lots of things that are working against me right now. Hit that like button for the perseverance that I'm showing, as nothing is working as I'm trying to show you guys information from today and do this show. All right. Do I have it? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. All right. So what we are going to do, I can't show you anything. It hasn't locked up, but I can't. Let me see. All right. The world don't want me to be great today, but I'm going to be great. VJ is back there probably fussing at me because he's supposed to be holding the camera because I forgot the equipment. So he's literally back there holding the camera with two hands, and he has this light over here that he's holding while I try to go through the show, and everything's messing up. But we're going to be great. You get to witness independent media and the struggles we go through to make it look like it's flawless and everything's perfect. But here we go. We're going to go ahead and play this clip for you. Brad Isaac talked about Adam Thielen and his return, possible return, and the impact he's been having on this team.
I think any quarterback would be happy to have Adam in the fold. He's done it for a long time. We already mentioned it, right? It's not only his production, but it's the production that he brings alongside of him by communicating things out, helping guys on the sideline, getting other receivers, in the fold. So his impact on our offense is huge, and it's a testament to Rob Moore too, just keeping all these guys locked into the voices that need to be heard, so they can continue to grow. Adam's a huge part of that, right? So Adam's been involved. Adam's been plugged in the whole time, and we all lean on him and his experience of trying to get things accomplished the right way.
All right, so I know you guys can hear me now. I'm trying to get back to my screen, but it's not allowing me to get back to my screen. Man, this is – all right, here we go. Get back to my screen. Anyway, we're going to continue through. Isaac also talked about Jonathan Brooks' return, and, man, just listen to his excitement in his voice. But also he gives you some insight about how he's envisioning using Jonathan Brooks. And for those who wonder, man, what's going to happen to Miles Sanders? Check this out.
Oh, with Jonathan, it's been awesome watching him run around. He's a special athlete, still getting his, he's got his legs under him now, so you see him, starting to accumulate those reps with the mid-zone runs that we've been having. And I think it's cool because we've been working a lot of pony packages with two backs out there, just trying to find different ways to get Miles and Chuba involved. So we're just trying to have him, kind of absorb all of that stuff so we can be flexible once he is active, get him out there in any way we can, because he's shown to be a dynamic player, both run and pass, with the practice that we have seen. So we're just ready to plug and play when he's available.
All right, so I know you guys have said that the stream is good, which I know the stream is good. There's graphics and video and all this stuff that I control that I'm having some troubles controlling right now, but we gonna make it through it. Give your boy a like for continuing to make it through this broadcast with some technical difficulties going on. And I would love to restart the computer, but that would end the broadcast, and we don't want to do that. But there you hear Brad Isaac talking about, number one, Adam Thielen's return. And you know what? Kind of a little bit of a head scratcher, right? What if his return is like that key to continue to have Andy be consistent with his performance? Now, obviously, Andy's not going to be our quarterback this week. That quarterback is going to be Bryce Young. And we'll talk about that later this Sunday in terms of what we expect, or what I expect to see this Sunday from Bryce Young playing against that I think it's a top 5 defense in Denver, certainly a top 10 defense for sure. But we'll get into that more Sunday. 2:25 Eastern Standard Time. 2:25 Eastern Standard Time. So when that show will take place, I'll be live. They got a new field name out there in Denver, but I'll be live out there in Denver on the field talking to you all, going through that show. And we'll have a special guest, Chris Lee, will be joining us for that pregame show to get you ready for that matchup. All right, Ivero also spoke with the media today, and I'm going to play this part first. Talking about Bo Nix, who's starting for the Denver Broncos, been a good quarterback. He's a rookie quarterback, and unfortunately, rookie quarterbacks, they've been having some pretty good days against the Carolina Panthers. He's also, strangely, but good for Denver, and Bo Nix himself, he's pretty much been untouched a lot this season. You got to think, unfortunately, that could continue when they face the Carolina Panthers, because we've been giving guys quite a bit of time. But Ivero on Bo Nix and how he's been able to keep a clean pocket and stay safe.
Well, they're doing a good job with their protections and their schemes up front. And then he's just hard to tackle. I mean, that's just the reality. It's guys will get to him, and he's got the speed to get out of the pocket. He's got the ability to he's strong, so he can work through arm tackles. He can extend plays. So it's a combination of both, and they've been doing a good job. It's going to be a good challenge for us.
I'm coming back. I'm coming back. I'm coming back. I see you guys are doing some score predictions. I'm excited for Jonathan Brooks too. Yeah, I'm excited for him. Bryce is QB now, 45-10 Denver. Yeah, it's going to be. I don't want any of my criticism of this team or Bryce Young to be confused with I don't like Bryce Young or I don't want this team to do well. I'm just calling it for what I'm seeing, and I feel like it's going to be a big challenge up in Denver. Love it. Would love to come on that post-game show this Sunday and say, wow, what a game. I did not see this coming, but I'm all here for it. So whatever happens, I'm going to report on that transparently to you all about the game. All right, I got one more piece of video here that I want to play. And raise your hand if you've been like, where is DJ Wonnum? This guy has not set foot on this field. Like, have you wondered that? What's going on? Team talked about some delays and him getting back. And you're like, geez, did you guys not do your homework on these guys? It's almost like the same thing with Jonathan Brooks. Brooks, second-round draft pick, and we just now activated him to return. Has his 21-day window opened up last week. And initially when this team was talking about him, you thought he'd be back during training camp or the beginning of the season. None of that's happened. Wonnum actually has been dealing with some issues with his surgeries to get him back on the field. Here's Wonnum talking exactly about that.
Yeah. I had a few setbacks. So obviously I had my procedure on December, I think Christmas Eve of last year. And since then I had like three surgeries. And then I had a case of blood clots in my lungs. So it was a lot going on. I had to go to hospital every day and get I had MRSA in my knee the last time. So I had to go to the hospital every day and get the antibiotic to kind of clear everything up. But yeah, it's been a lot. It's like you take 10 steps forward and 100 steps back within my journey. But you know what I'm saying, I'm excited to be back with the team. Oh, it was real scary. It kind of developed after my third procedure. I had like a PICC line in my arm. That's basically a line that goes to your heart. And I had it in for like 6 weeks. And clots just started to form along that. Kind of got in my bloodstream a little bit. And I had to fight to get those out. So, I mean.
Would you get
There we go. Hold on. Let's see. I think I just fixed it. Even though now the broadcast is almost over, I think I just fixed what the problem was with my mouse and my computer. Nevertheless, we're basically through the broadcast. But anyway, let's not let me entertain you guys and diminish the fact that Wonnum has revealed something that is pretty serious, especially from a medical standpoint. And he said it was scary, dealing with blood clots and having to go to the hospital daily to get treatment for what was going on. So I'm sure he's feeling blessed and fortunate to return back on the field. And one of those things where, you know, now he can continue to work himself, get into game shape. Just saying it's each step, working closely with the personnel and staff of the Carolina Panthers to make sure he's out there. Again, today was a did not practice after being on the field yesterday. Not surprising when you've missed so much time, you're a big guy, that, hey, there's no need to rush you back in the sense of let's put you back in jeopardy of having some other issues. So DJ Wonnum, good to see you back. Great to hear your story and that you're back here on the field and soon to be making an impact. So let's go ahead and work some of these questions that we have coming on here, which I appreciate everybody patience with everything today. Really appreciate it. Continue to hit that like button, smash that like button, and subscribe to the channel. We kind of slowed down with our subscriptions, right? So let's pick that back up. We're going to Germany in almost just under 3 weeks now. And let me remind you, Germany, tickets are booked, flights booked, hotels, everything's taken care of. I will be there. There will be no one else. I'm going to step closer. There will be no one else that will bring you, did I step too close? That will bring you as much coverage as I will be in Germany. You're going to have daily coverage, live coverage, and all kinds of things that I can think of. So if you're excited about that, hit that like button, subscribe, and Germany coverage coming very, very soon. I stepped too close to the camera, but VJ helped me out to make it right. All right, let's go ahead and jump into some questions here. Give some shout outs now that we got everything working pretty good. Some score predictions. All right, here we go. What are your thoughts about Bryce starting, and do you think that he should remain a starter? So, candid information here. I'm not excited about Bryce starting. The whole thing seems kind of weird to me that Andy gets in a car accident, only from that car accident he has his thumb hurting. But I'm not going to go down that whole, I forget what those kind of theories are called. You know, to me, this team has had so many problems, so many crazy things, so many injuries. I just go say it is what it is, right? So with Bryce starting, man, I hope that Andy can at least be our backup this weekend. But I'm concerned about Bryce starting. He was pretty ineffective this entire season. Now, when he came out in Chicago, he did have a good series in Chicago when he came in late in that game and we took Andy out. Against the Commanders, he came out there, 2 passes, -4 yards. He's playing against a really good defense, and I feel like, well, either they're going to give him a conservative game plan or he's going to check it down to conservative. And when you're playing against a really good defense, I see us, if we come out, start the game, incompletion, 2-yard completion, now you're on 3rd and 8, passing yardage, he drops back, they sack him, now you got 4th and 15, 4th and 20. Hopefully Hecker could get a good punt with the altitude out there and the ball carrying. But I just feel like it's going to be tough for him playing against his defense and Denver, a road game, a stadium that gets loud. But the one thing that I feel like he does have going for him is that he knew Wednesday, might have known Tuesday, but he knew early in the week, and he's been preparing all week to be the starter. So I do feel like the best Bryce that we can get, we will get because he has had that full week. But I'm concerned about Bryce throwing the ball, Bryce being out there getting hit, and Bryce just, being the Bryce that he has been. So I have concern, Allie. That's my honest opinion. Jokes aside, knee and ankle injuries stick for life. Yeah. What's up, Far City Kitty? Appreciate you tuning in. Give me just a second here. And then as far as the depth chart, I always want to call him Jake or Jack. So let me make sure I get his name right and not call him. Jack Plummer is your quarterback that's currently on the practice squad. He would get elevated to potentially be the backup quarterback should Andy not be able to come back this weekend. Sorry, I forgot to put that up there, but that was a question from Shockwave, who said, who's the backup quarterback? Will Dylan from practice squad get a chance? Not too sure on that one. Got some score predictions. See what else we got before we get out of here. Will we see DJ Wonnum play this year? So you heard from him there. Once the blood clots are cleared up, I think that you're pretty good to go. So his 21-day window has opened. He's practicing. So this defense needs him for sure. Certainly got him for a good reason. So I feel like, you're gonna see DJ this year now that he's has that window activated to be out there and play. And Roadmaster, not sure what all you're saying there, but if Andy can be the backup, he can start. Yeah, I see where you're going with that. But him having 2 did not practices in a row, I don't know. It's hard to speculate. Again, there's so many layers of things that are broken on this team. It's hard to say if, then, else, what may happen. But Bryce is currently the starter, and I think they'll try to make Andy the backup quarterback. Nevertheless, that's your report for today. Tomorrow will be your final injury report for the week. Was in the locker room today. We'll also be back here tomorrow. So just getting some more content for the show on Sunday. So if you've never tuned in, please consider doing so. And if you have tuned in, look forward to seeing you again. Chris Jenkins live from Bank of America Stadium for Charlotte Vibe.